Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream from the Scalar Learning channel. Robert, what's up? Yes, now we are doing it now. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late, guys. Okay, and we're just gonna make sure the audio is working. I'm gonna check it real quick as I kind of get myself ready. We're a few days away from the big test, which is, I'm sure, scary for a lot of you guys, but I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking forward to getting it over with and showing what you can do. So hold on, let me just double check. Are we going live right now? Oh, whoops, this is yesterday. Is the video not going live? Hold on one second, guys. 1 second. Here we go. Oh, the thumbnail's wrong. That's why. Okay. I thought I updated the thumbnail. All right, sorry. So this is actually practice test 8, but I think I put the wrong thumbnail in there. I apologize. What's up, WebDeek? It's saying 2 hours left. Oh, did I start the? Oh, did I set this for noon too? Hold on one second. Oh, I must have set the. I did set the time wrong. I apologize, guys. In the live stream. Oh, my bad. My bad. I meant to set it for 12 today. I apologize. What did I? All right, that's crazy. All right. Well. Anyways, hope this works for everybody. Study Girl says my SAT got moved to the 24th. Oh, cool. Well, there's tons of content on this channel, so make sure to hit that. Alexandric, hey, what's up? Alma, hi. Hey, Kiana from Turkey, merhaba. And okay. So if you guys have been watching, I've been posting those tips. We did tip 5 today. I'm also going to do tip 6 later today, hopefully time permitting. And then 7 will be dropped tomorrow. So make sure to check out that series. I'm really proud of it. I think there's a lot of very, very good stuff in there for all you guys who are looking to rock out on the SAT, try and get as close to perfect as possible, if not a perfect itself. Oh, Study Girls from Turkey too. Merhaba. Nesselson. So I know a little bit of Turkish. I spent a lot of time in Turkey, actually, back in the day. Super, super cool country. And I don't know if you're from Istanbul, but that's my favorite for sure. In fact, it's one of my favorite cities in the world. So grammar prep is going to be more my English tutors, and I'm trying to get them into the mix as well, get them into the flow of making more content, but it is something that's on my agenda, trust me. Okay, so what we're doing today is we're doing practice test 8, and I've got it queued up here. We're going to do a full test today, so it's a long stream. I'm going to do a no calculator and the calculator, okay? So it's going to be a, it's going to be a long deal today. So I'm going to try my best to preserve my voice, and we're going to stick through it. I'm taking the test timed, meaning it's in real time, putting the 25 minutes on the clock. First, we're going to do the no calculator section, then the calculator section. I'll stop in the middle to take as many questions as I can, but we got to stay on the course just because we're in a busy time for me. Well, always a busy time, I guess, during the school year, but yeah, it's just ultra busy. But it's regressed back to 700 to 720. Any advice to fix that before Saturday? Well, I mean, I would want to look at, that's a question that would require some deeper analysis. I'd want to see, like, what are you getting wrong? Is it just silly mistakes, or is it conceptual? And then you got to clear up those conceptual mistakes. I'm guessing you don't have too many conceptual gaps if you're pulling 780s before. But I'll tell you what, if you watch the tip series that I'm posting right now, and you also watch like these videos, you'll see I'll explain how I'm doing them to have really robust processes so you make as few mistakes as possible. By the way, I want to show you one other thing too, guys. I've been mentioning my Math Puzzles channel, so make sure to, 1 second. I want to make sure you guys are checking out the Math Puzzles channel because there's really, really good stuff on this channel as well, especially if you guys just love math, but also if you are trying to prep and want to have a daily dose of fun math puzzles, math problems, just to get your mind working and the brain flowing. I highly recommend it. Check it out. We're posting a ton more content on it this year, so that is coming. All right, we're going to get going. We are starting in... Oh, last but not least, I do want to mention our video course. I know a few people have mentioned recently it's really helped them. You can buy it in the description link below. It's only $15. I dropped the price, $15 a month. So you can buy it. You can use it for this test or next test. There's 4 amazing practice tests up there, plus video explanations for every test, like detailed ones. And it's really, really awesome. Plus, it's got all these other materials and handouts and PDFs and whatnot. So I would highly recommend checking that out. And like I said, buy it, cancel it, whatever you want. All right, and we stand by the quality of our stuff. Here we go. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Let's start. There we go. Alrighty. Oops, too thick. Here we go. In the equation above, what is the value of x? All right, so I got 3x. That becomes 4x, 5x, 6x minus -3 minus 2 is -5 equals 7 plus 2x. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides, 4x. I'm going to simultaneously add 5 to both sides. That equals 12. I'm going to divide by 4. X equals 3. And done. Should I check it? 9. Okay, so this is one of the strategies I used to check stuff. 9, 12, 15, 18, 15, 14, 13 on the left side. And 7 plus 3 is 13. Boom, verified. Number 2. The graph above shows the distance traveled d in feet by a product on a conveyor belt m minutes after the product is placed on the belt. What are the following correctly relate to d and m? AKA relationship. D is like your y, m is like your x, and there's a slope, obviously a y-intercept of 0. The slope is going up 2 over 1. D equals 2m, boom, done. Now we're going to verify. If I plug in 3, it looks like I should get 6. Plug in 3, I get 6, yes. Okay. Usually use 2 points, but it's pretty obvious that it is correct. The formula below is often used by project managers. Okay, I'm ignoring this. They want to isolate P. This is an isolating quantities question, my favorite because they're super straightforward. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 6. I get 6E equals O plus 4M plus P. Then we're trying to isolate P. I'm going to subtract O and subtract 4M. 6E minus O minus 4M equals P. 6E minus O minus 4M. Boom, done. I'm just going to make sure, again, 6 minus O minus 4M. It's not -6, so yeah, we got them. Number 4. Ooh, cool, geometry. In the figure above, RT equals UT. So that is this equals this. And what is the value of X? Okay, so X is that little angle in there. So it's like a puzzle. Check it out. I got 31 here. I got 114 here. Both these sides are equal, which means both these opposite angles are equal for an isosceles triangle. So if that's 114, use triangle angle sum theorem, adds up to 180. 180 minus 114 is 66, I believe. And then you divide that by 2. This angle then is 33. This angle is 33, right? Because they're equal. All right, so now I know that's 33. I know that's 114. I know that's 31. So really I'm focusing on this angle and this angle because they're part of this triangle right there. So 33 plus 31 is 64. Once again, I use triangle angle sum. Actually, the answer X is 64, but I'm going to come back to that because that's my exterior angle theorem. But let's pretend you don't remember that. So if that, because you just remember this one rule, you're good. So that's 64. Then this angle here is sup to those two, right? Adds up to 180, so that's 116. And then this is going to be sup to 116, which is 64. So again, you can use the triangle angle sum theorem like I just did, or you can use that exterior angle theorem as a shortcut. Exterior angle is equal to the remote interior angles added together. Boom, done. Number 5. Wait, let me just make sure I didn't make any mistakes. 33, 33, 66, 74, 80. And that's 33, 31, 64, 64. Yes. Okay, 5. The width of a rectangular dance floor, draw a rectangle. As soon as I hear a rectangle, is W feet. The length of the floor is 6 feet longer than the width, which is the following expresses the perimeter in feet of the dance floor in terms of W. So perimeter is 6 plus W, length, plus width, times 2, right? 2 of each. So that becomes 6 plus 2W, distribute the 2, P equals 12 plus 4W, right? Because that becomes 2W. And 12 plus 4W. B, boom, done. Let me just make sure that's right. W, 6 plus W, 2W, 3W, 4W, 12. Yes, boom, done. Number 6, which of the following consists of the y coordinates of all the points that satisfy the system of inequalities? All right, let's see. So X is, wait. Y is greater than 6. Wait, hold on. What? 2.5. So, oh, I got it. So X is greater than 2.5. So that means Y is greater than 4. Okay, I'll show you why. Because if I isolate here, it's 2.5. Plug 2.5 in. It means Y is greater than 2 times 2.5 minus 1. Y is greater than 5 minus 1. Y is therefore greater than 4. Let me just make sure I didn't make a silly mistake. X is greater than 2.5. So could be 2.6, could be 3. Yeah, it makes sense. All right, 7. What is the solution set to the equation above? All right, I'm going to do this old school. I'm going to subtract 4 by both sides. You could also just plug and chug, right? But I'm going to do it the standard algebraic way. Subtract 4 from both sides equals x minus 1. Then I'm going to square both sides to get rid of that square root. Then I got 2x plus 6, right? It just kills the square root. Equals, don't forget to FOIL this out. It's x squared minus x, because remember, it's x minus 1 times x minus 1. That's x squared minus x, that's minus 2x. Save a step, right? And then negative 1 is plus 1. Okay, I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides and subtract 6 from both sides. Zero product rule. So 0 equals x squared minus 2. Negative 2x minus 2x is negative 4x. 1 minus 6 is negative 5. Now I'm going to factor. What multiplies to negative 5 adds to negative 4? Negative 5, positive 1. So my two solutions are 5, negative 1. But anytime we have a radical, we have to check for extraneous. So it could be this. It's definitely not this. You know, it's negative 1, it's 5, or it's negative 1 and 5. So first I'm going to plug 5 back. Actually, yeah, I'm going to plug 5 back in. I get 10 plus 6 is 16. Square root of 16 is 4. 4 plus, wait, what? 4, oh yeah, 4 plus 4 is 8. So I get 8 on this side, and then 5 plus 3 is 8. So 5 is good, so you're out. And then negative 1. So negative 1, so negative 2 plus 6 is 4. 4 plus 4 equals, what is it? Negative 1, right? Negative 1 plus 3. This becomes 2. 2 plus 4 does not equal negative 1 plus 3 because this side would be 2, this side would be 6. Now you might be like, wait a minute, can't the square root of 4 also be negative 2? Yeah, but in these situations, in these equations, we're only looking at the positive root, so that's how they get you. So it's just 5. Excuse me. Which of the following expression is equivalent to f of x over g of x? Okay, so this is just function notation. You literally put the top function over the bottom one, boom, oops, x squared minus 2x minus 3. Well, obviously that's none of these answers, so what do? They probably factored and simplified. So I'm going to factor out x from the top one. It becomes x squared minus, x squared minus 9. And obviously that's a difference of squares, so I'll fully factor that. It's the square root of that and the square root of that. So x minus 3 and then x plus the square root of that over, and then this one factored becomes x, what multiplies negative 3 adds to negative 2, negative 3 and positivo 1. So check it out. This cancels, and then we got x times x plus 3 over x plus 1. D is the winner. Okay, that's option number 1 to solve this. That's the standard way. Option number 2. You just put these on top of each other and pick a number for x and see which one works. So I'll pick 2 just for fun. Remember, don't pick 1, don't pick 0. So 2 would be 8 minus 18 is negative 10 on top over 4 minus 4 is 0, negative. So it's negative 10, so it's 10 thirds. So quickly I'll do this. So this would be 1 over 3 out. This would be, or I'll do this. This would be 1 over 3. This would be 5 over 3 out. This would be 2 times negative 2 over 3 out. This would be 2 plus 3 is 5 times 2 is 10 over 3. Boom, done. The xy plane in the graph of the equation above the circle. Point P is on the circle and has coordinates this. Okay. PQ is a diameter. Hold on. P is a point. What are the coordinates of Q? Got it. Oh, I get it. Hold on. Let me draw it out. So they're saying, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hold on. I hate when that happens because I'm always like, did I miss? Okay, everything's lined up still, right? Okay, so we've got P is, let's do it here, I don't know. Wait, so the vertex, hold on, the center is at 6, negative 5. So I'll draw that first. Oh, I already see something interesting. 6, negative 5. Then P is out here, 10, negative 5, right? It's lined up, it's straight to the left. So what's the coordinate of Q? Look. It doesn't have any rise to it. It's just going straight across because those are both at negative 5. So it's coming back here, and I can already see the radius is just 4. So it's going to be, again, 4 to the left. So it's going to be 2, negative 5, like that. Done. Let me just make sure. Yeah, the radius is 4. It says, because this is the radius squared. So, yeah. Number 10. A group of 202 people on an overnight camping trip taking 60 tents with them. Some of the tents held 2 people each, and the rest held 4 people each. Got it. System of equations. Done. So 2 people will be x, 4 people will be the y tent. So we go 2x plus 4y, 2 people in these, 4 in these, equals a total of 202 people. Then I've got x tents and y tents equaling a total of 60 tents. So exactly how many of the tents were 2 person? We're solving for x. Here we go. I'm going to use elimination as my favorite method. So I'm going to multiply bottom by negative 4. I get negative 4x minus 4y equals negative 240. I'm doing that so I can eliminate the y's. So check it out. As I add Now we're going to forget about this equation. I'm going to add the top and bottom together. Those cancel. 2x plus negative 4x is negative 2x. And then 202 plus negative 240 is negative 38. Then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2x equals 19. So 19 is the winner. But I'm going to double check. So that means x is 19 of these. Then obviously this will be 41 because these two add up to 60. So check it out. So that works there. Then 2 times 19 is 38. 4 times 41 is 164. 164 plus 38 is indeed 202. This is what the tip is that I mentioned today in the video where you check your answers immediately. Like that didn't take that long. And now I move on. I'm like so confident that I got this right. So I really do think it's a great strategy that I picked up over the years. Which of the following could be the equation of the graph above? So we got a 0 here, we got a 0 here with a multiplicity of 2 because it bounces, and I'll explain what that means in a second. And then a 0 here. So I should see, because it's a 0, 0, I should see an x. I should see an x plus 3, and I should see an x minus 2. But we have a multiplicity of 2. So again, what does that mean? It means that whatever 0 is occurring here, we need it to be squared. These ones penetrate right through. So they have no exponent. So check it out. X squared times, okay, they did x minus 2 first. X squared times x minus 2, x plus 3, b is the winner, boom, done. Number 12, 2a over b equals 1/2. What is the value of b over a? Actually, wait. They want b over a. What's the easiest way to do this? Yeah, let's cross multiply. So b equals 4a. Now I can substitute in, it's a system of equations, basically. Substitute 4a in for b. Did I do that right? 4a equals b. Yeah. So then 4a over a. A's cancel out. 4 is the winner. Done. Let me just make sure. 2a over b equals 1/2. So b over 2a would equal 2. Yeah. That makes sense. Sorry, I need to take a sip of water because something's wrong with my throat. And if you guys didn't know, I'm taking the SAT on Saturday in LA, which is super exciting. I just talked to my camera guy too, Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. He's gonna film it. So we're gonna vlog it, film it, do a score reveal, all that fun stuff. So I can't wait. Oil and gas production in a certain area dropped from 4 million barrels in 2000 to 1.9 million barrels in 2013. Assuming that the oil, so it went from 4 to 1.9. Assuming that decreased at a constant rate. What are they saying? Linear, right? Which of the following best models the production in millions T years after 2000? That means that it's actually 0 here and 13, right? Just T years after, so 2001 would be 1 year after 2000, etc. So guess what? I got two coordinates, right? I've got 0, 4, and I've got 13, 1.9. Now I can calculate the slope. Subtract down. 4 minus 1.9 is 2.1. 0 minus 13 is negative 13. I don't like that decimal. Neither do they. So I multiply top and bottom by 10, and is negative 21 over 130. Negative 21 over 130 is the right slope, so it's got to be C. All these have the right y-intercept, so this was just a question of slope. To be honest, I didn't even really look too much at these first because I go so much into autopilot mode, and I don't think it's a bad thing with these linear ones. All right, 14. How many solutions are there in the system equations above? Okay. Let's see. First of all, it's a line and a quadratic, so there can't be 4. There could be 2, there could be 1, and there could be none. All right. So we are going to use substitution. Okay, so I am going to plug this in for the y down here, and that's it. So we're gonna solve. Or we're gonna take the discriminant because we don't even need to solve. X squared plus 3x minus 7. I'm plugging that in for this. And then it's minus 5x plus 8. Okay, hold on, let me move it down a little bit. The mic is like blocking me. And then equals 0, of course. So we'll combine like terms. X squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 0. Let's do, oh, no, I don't need to solve like I said. But it is going to be one solution. Actually, we could factor it. But let's use the discriminant. It's easier. So it's b squared minus 4ac. So b is negative 2, so that's 4 minus 4 times a is 1, right? And c is 1. So anyways, when the discriminant is positive, there are two solutions. When it's negative, there are no solutions. And here it's 0. There's exactly one solution. And the solution is 1. Because it's 1. Should we do a quick check just to be safe? 1 plus 3 is 4 minus 7 is negative 3. And if you plug in 1 here, we get negative 5 plus 8. Y plus 3 equals 0. Y equals negative 3. So, yeah, it's good. 15, the function g and f are defined above. What is the value of h of o? Okay, so let's see. H of o. Okay, so basically what it's doing is a little function notation. First, we're plugging in 0 for x up top because there's g of x there. So g of 0 is 2 times 0 minus 1 is negative 1. So it's 1 minus negative 1 once we solve for g of 0. And that becomes plus. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Boom, done. Now we go to 16, free response section. If a is a solution to the equation above and a is greater than 0, what is the value of a? Let's factor. This is what multiplies to negative 12 adds to positive 1. That is positive 4 and negative 3. So my two solutions for this are negative 4 and positive 3. They're the opposites of those. What zeros these binomials out? Obviously, negative 4, they want a positive, and the grid-ins, they're never going to be negative. They have to be positive. 3 is the winner. I'm going to double check. 9 plus 3 minus 12 is 0. Boom, done. 17, the sum of negative blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they want to add these together, and then they want the value of a plus b plus c. So I'm going to stack them for you guys so you can see how to add them quickly. We got 8.5 minutes left, so 7x minus 8. Boom. 3x squared plus negative 2x is x squared. 7x plus x is 8x. 31 plus negative 8 is 23. Hold on, I got to make sure I didn't make a mistake because if I did, I'm host, right? There's no multiple choice. So that's 1. That's 8, correct. 31 minus 8 is, hold on, 7, 23, yeah. And then they want the a plus b plus c. So it's 1 plus 8. Yeah, don't think there's nothing there, by the way. It's always a 1. 1 plus 8 plus 23. This is 9 plus 23 is 32. Done. Let me make sure. 32, 9. Yep. 18. Negative x plus y equals that, blah, blah, blah. What is the value of y? Okay, look at this. It's beautifully set up for elimination. So I'm just going to add them together. X's cancel out. Y plus 3y is 4y. 9.5 plus negative 3.5 is 6, right? 6 because minus. Then we divide by 4. Divide by 4. There's your answer. But I'm going to reduce just for fun to 3 over 2. You could also enter 1.5. Let me just make sure that's right. So if that's 1.5, this is 5. X would be 5. 1.5. 5. Yeah, that's correct. 19. A startup company opened with 8 employees. The company's growth plan assumes that 2 new employees will be hired every quarter for the first 5 years. So that's 3 months. So that's times 4 per year. And then that's times 5 for 5 years. If an equation can be written to represent the number of employees Y employed by the company X quarters, and I did do this in quarters because I like, hey, 2 per quarter, 4 quarters in a year, and then times 5. What is the value of B? Hold on. No, I don't need the 5. Sorry, because we're just trying to do the calculation. So if an equation is written in Y equals okay, so Y equals this, so it becomes what? It's 8. What am I doing? It's the starting value. That's the y-intercept. I didn't need to do any of that. So they opened with 8 employees. The slope was also 8, interestingly enough. But so they kind of throw you a freebie here. Whether you choose A or B, you're not sure which is which. It's the same. Let me just, startup company. Yeah. 20, last one. Here we go. In the figure above, figure not drawn to scale. In the figure above, point A is the center, and arc length of BC. Does it say minor arc? It does not. But it does say it's 2. Okay, so we have to kind of assume it's this. BC is 2/5 of the circumference. So this is 2/5. Okay, so this is actually pretty straightforward. Because if this length is 2/5 of the circumference, this angle is 2/5 of the angles going all the way around. AKA, it's 2/5 of 360 degrees to go all the way around in a circle. So divide by 5. My trick for dividing by 5 is you move the decimal over once and double it. So it's 72. It's 144. 2 times 72 is 144. Boom, done. Okay. We're going to stop the clock even though we got 5 minutes left. Obviously, if this were the real test, I would go back and continuously check and recheck until time was up, but we're just going to roll with it. Here we go. And then we're going to do the calculator section. This is my favorite section because it's like, I feel like it's the perfect length where you don't get exhausted or anything like that. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, so we got DAAC, DAAC. Number 5, we've got BBBD. Number 9, we've got ACBD. Number 13, we've got CCD. All right, good. No silly mistakes yet. That's excellent. And the last page, we got 16 is 3. 32. 3 halves or 1.5. 8. And for the win, 144. Legend. Okay, let's see quickly if we got any interesting questions. SAT is coming out March 23rd, and I'm nervous. Best way to recheck after completing them. Look what I just did, right? Plug and chug, plugging in my answers. Especially with the systems, I'm actually getting the y, and then I'm checking both the x's and the y's in both equations. Hold on. So let's just see. Grinding out. Yeah. Okay. So we're pretty good. What's up to all my people from Istanbul? Thank you guys for checking it out. If you are liking the video, by the way, at this point, please feel free to drop me a like. Would be much appreciated. And again, make sure to check out our video course in the description link below if you haven't yet. I did post a link to the Math Puzzles channel earlier, so I want to keep shouting it out because I really think it's probably the most special thing that I'm working on right now, and I think it's gonna be huge for a lot of students around the world. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, oh, you can get the practice test from the College Board or Khan Academy. Okay, here we go. We're going to go right into the mix. I'm not even going to hesitate. 55 minutes on the clock. Pull up a calculator as well. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. 1 pound of grapes costs $2. 1 pound of grapes costs $2. At this rate, how many dollars will C pounds cost? So 1 pound is 2, 2 pounds is 4, 3 pounds is 6. What am I doing? I'm multiplying 2 times the amount of pounds. So 2C is the winner. Let me just make sure I'm not crazy. C pounds, C times 2. Yeah, done. Okay. Be ashamed to get the first question wrong, right? The Tracy collects, sells, and trades figurines. She tracks the number of figurines in her collection on the graph below. What interval did the number of figurines decrease fastest? So that's going to be the most exaggerated, like negative slope decrease. It's going to be this section right here, right? Because it's going down at the steepest decline. So that's from 3 to 4. Boom, done. Numero 3. We got to backtrack here. 1 second. In a random sample of 200 cars, a particular model, 3 have a manufacturing defect. At this rate, how many of 10,000 cars of the same model will have a manufacturing defect? 200 cars, a particular model, 3 have a manufacturing defect. At this rate, so I'm going to do proportion. Defect and total. So of total 10,000, how many will have a defect? Boom, boom. So we're going to cross multiply 200x equals 3 times 10,000 is 30,000. And I'm going to divide both sides by 200 by 200. I can already see it's going to be 150, I think. But we cancel out the 0, cancel out the 0. 300 divided by 2 is 150. Boom, done. Let me just make sure that's 3. That's 1.5%. Yeah, that's right. 4. The scatter plot above shows data collected on the lengths and widths of iris. Okay, line of best fit for this data show. Based on the line of best fit, the width of an iris rose petal is 19 millimeters. So that would be here. Or wait. Okay, so 19 millimeters. What is the predicted length in millimeters? Length in millimeters of the petal. So we kind of take it straight up the line. And I'm guessing it's like 52. Oh boy. Yeah, it's just like I just don't like that there's a 55.27 there, but you know, it's still like this is 19. It's pretty much it's got to be 52. You know, the 55 would be out here at 20, so I just don't like that. So close. Number 5, in the figure above, lines L and M are parallel, so I'm going to mark them as such. Boom, boom. And y equals 20. See how I always fill it in? Z equals 60. What is the value of x? All right, so parallel lines, these are what's called corresponding angles. So that means this is 20. So now if I find x, is really easy because it's a triangle angle sum theorem. So 20 plus 60 is 80. All three angles in a triangle add up to 180, means x is 100. Boom, done. Let me just make sure. 20, z is 60. That's 20, 20, 60, 100. Yes. Make sure I didn't make a mistake, right? Yeah, good. 2 types of tickets were sold for a concert held at amphitheater. 75. Okay, so bench is 75. And lawn is 40. Make a table. This is obviously a system, right? You can see from the answer choices. Luckily, we don't have to solve it. Organize the concert, announce that 350 tickets have been sold. So we know B plus L is 350 because that's number of tickets, So this one is out. It's not 1950, B plus L. So those 3 have it. And then 19,250 have been made. So that is the revenue one. So it's $75 per each ticket sold plus $40 for each of those sold equals the total amount of money, which is 19,250. 75B. It's this one. 40L. Yep. D is the winner. Done. Just make sure that's right. 7, in the xy plane, the graph of which of the following equations is aligned with the slope of 3? C, done. Y equals mx plus b, there's your slope. All right. 8, in the equation above, which of the following is a possible value of x plus 1? Should I plug and chug or should I? I'll do it standard and then I'll show you how you can plug and chug too. Because wait, is it 2? It's not neither of these two. But anyways, I'll do it standard. So I'm going to multiply both sides by x plus 1. So it's x plus 1 times x plus 1 is x squared plus 2x plus 1 because you got to remember to FOIL, right? So x squared, x, that's 2x, and then 1 equals 2. Subtract 2 from both sides. X squared plus 2x minus 1 equals, minus 1 equals 0. Oh, it's not factorable. Well, duh, obviously, if those weren't, yeah, it has to not be factorable if we're getting a radical. So then I'll use the quadratic formula, I guess, negative b plus or minus square root of, it's got to be a, I think, but b squared, which is that b4 minus 4a. Remember, a is 1 times c is negative 1. So that actually 4 plus 4 is 8. So it's negative 2, and it's over 2a. Sorry, over 2. My bad. There's your quadratic. So then it's negative 2 plus or minus 4. It ends up being 4 plus 4 because the negatives cancel out. So square root of 8 over 2. And then negative 2 plus or minus, we simplify that radical is 2 rad 2 over 2. Divide everything by 2, and it's negative 1 plus or minus. Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry. It said, what is the value of x plus 1? Wait, hold on a second. So, hold on. Negative 1. Well, okay, I could have still eliminated those, I guess, but I'll still cross them out. Negative, but I actually kind of missed that. I was solving for x. So negative 1 plus or minus radical 2, and then we add 1 to this, and those cancel out, and then it is just radical 2 plus or minus, but radical 2 works. Okay, I'm going to check it now. So radical 2 plus 1 equals 2 over radical 2 plus 1. It's kind of hard to... Oh, I can check it on a calculator here. So radical 2 equals plus 1 is that. And then it should be the same as 2 divided by... We should get the same thing, 2.1414, whatever. 2 divided by radical 2 plus 1. And we get the... Oh, darn it. I messed it up. Hold on. Radical 2. Oh, no. Sorry. Again, I made the mistake, as that is x. If x plus 1 is radical 2, so sorry, it's x plus 1, so it's radical 2 equals 2 over radical 2. And I know these are equivalent, but you can prove it by this, multiplying by radical 2 by radical 2. And then this becomes 2 rad 2 over 2, which is rad 2. Boom, done. Wow. Took me way Too long on that problem. Okay, question 9 through 11. We'll go back to the timer. 9 through 11. The glass pictured above can hold a maximum value of 473. And they get that volume. So 473 equals 7 pi k cubed over 48. I'm just going to write it like that. There's approximately 16 fluid ounces. I'll just write that here. 16 fluid ounces. And we've got, what is the value of K inside? So we can just straight up isolate using a calculator here. So I'm going to do 473 divided by 48. Divided by 48. I'm sorry, not divided by, times 48, excuse me. Multiply both sides by 48, boom. And then we get 22704 equals 7 pi K cubed. And then we're going to divide by 7 pi, divide by 7 pi. And again, we got to be careful with the parentheses, because otherwise it might divide by 7 and then multiply that result by pi. So divide by 7 pi, yep, and we get k cubed equals 1032, blah, blah, blah. And then we take the cube root of both sides. So I'm going to take this, and how I like to do it in this calculator is just, instead of, you can't, it's hard to do a cube root, so I just take it to the 1/3 power. 1/3 power like this, and we get 10.1. I knew it was going to be about 10 though, because a 10 cubed is 1,000. So even if you don't have a great calculator, it's not that bad. Water pours into the glass slowly and at a constant rate. Which of the following graphs best illustrates the height of the water level in the glass as it fills? So you notice that as you go up, right, it gets wider. So it's going to, as we go up, the rate of the height rising is going to slow down. So it's going to be like, first it's kind of feeling fat. It's going to feel fast like this, and then it's going to slow down like this. Okay, and then when you get to the top, it should obviously stop filling. So it's not going to be straight linear. It's not going to accelerate. It's not going to be this. This doesn't make sense. It's going to be C. 11. Jenny has a pitcher that contains 1 gallon of water. How many times could Jenny completely fill the glass with 1 gallon? So that's 128 fluid ounces, and I think we said it was 16, right? Fluid ounces. Let me double check. Yep, 473. 16 fluid ounces. So literally, we're just dividing, right? So 128 divided by 16. I'll do it on the calculator. I'm pretty sure it's 8. 128, 16 is 8 for the win. So that's a pretty straightforward question. Boom, done. Number 12. Roberto is an insurance agent who sells 2 types of policies, a $50,000 policy and a $100,000 policy. Last month, his goal was to sell at least 57 insurance policies. While he did not meet his goal, the total value of the policies he sold was over $3 million. Okay, 2 types of 50,000 and 100,000. It means his goal is to sell at least 57. So X plus Y has to be at least 57. Honestly, it should be greater than or equal to. They apparently didn't include that, but it's greater than, right? So A is out because it's less than. C is out because it's less than, but, that's the at least is greater than or equal to. While he did not meet his goal, the total value of the policy he sold was over $3 million. That means the 50,000 X plus 100,000 Y, which they have in both, needs to be over $3 million. So that should be greater than. And that's it. We're out. Done. Number 13. A to the negative half equals X. What is the value? What is A in terms of X? So we're just isolating A, really, is all they're asking. So what I'm going to do is, let's see. So A to the 1/2 is really 1 over the square root of A. I think it's just because 1/2 power of square root, negative means it's on the denominator. I'm just going to rewrite it like that. Then I'm going to multiply both sides by square root of A. And then I'm going to divide both sides by X. Honestly, you don't even need to do all this. There's other ways to do it, but I think it's the easiest way. Then I'm going to square both sides to get rid of that square root, and I get A equals 1 over X squared, because 1 squared is just 1. 1 over X squared, boom, done. Now I'm going to double check, plug that in. It'd be 1 over X squared to the negative 1/2. So that negative, again, flips this to be X squared to the positive 1/2, and obviously these multiply to be 1. X is the answer, done. Okay, 14. We're just finding its value for X, for which the expression is undefined. What are they saying? When is the denominator equal to 0? Boom, boom. Again, you can plug and chug, or you can do old school like I do, factoring, because it's just what I like to do. Comes to my mind right away, and I just roll with it. So I got what multiplies negative 10 adds to 3. That is positive 5, and negative 2. So my two things that will make it go to undefined are 2 and negative 5. They've got 2. They don't have negative 5. Now, I could have plugged in. Plugged in negative 3. You use your calculator too. 9 minus 9 is 0, negative 10. No. Negative 2, that's 4 plus negative 6 is negative 2, negative 12. No. 0, no, that leaves negative 10. 2, 4 plus 6 is 10, minus 10 is 0. Boom, done. Number 15, a granite block is in the shape of a granite block is in the shape of a right rectangular prism. So I'm going to draw that out. That's just a box, right? Right rectangular prism that is 30 by 40 by 50. So I'll say, let's see, 30, I don't know, by 40 by 50. The block has a density of 2.8 grams per cubic centimeter, 1. So I'll do, actually, I'm going to already set up a proportion here, I think. Grams on top, cubic centimeters on the bottom. What is the mass of the block? So if we get 2.8 for 1, we get what mass per, what would this be? 30 times 40 times 50? 6,000? 60,000, I want to say. Let's see, 30 times 40 times 50 is 60,000. Yeah, I got to watch the place. And look here. Those two numbers are off by a 0, so be careful. Multiply. X equals, 1x equals, this times 2.8. It's going to be the big dog, I think. 168,000. Let me just make sure that makes sense. So 2.8 grams. We know it's 60,000, right? 3 times 5 times 4 is 60, plus the 3 zeros, 60,000. It's got to be bigger than 60,000. Yeah. 16. Number of adults, blah, blah, blah. Cold, no cold. Okay. Table shows results study that investigate therapeutic value of vitamin C in preventing colds. RAM sample of 300 adults received vitamin C pill during a 2-week period, and the adults reported whether they contracted a cold. What proportion of adults who received a sugar pill? So we're in this. That's limiting language. I always tell you guys, look out for that. What proportion of adults who received a sugar pill reported contracting a cold? 33 out of 150. And we reduce by dividing top and bottom by 3, 11 out of 50. B is the winner. Done. Numero 17. The table above shows the distribution of ages of 20 students enrolled in a college class, which the following gives the correct order of the mean, median, and mode. Got it. Okay, so this is going to be, how many, 20? So the median is going to be in the middle. It's going to be the average of the 10th and 11th value. But the 10th, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 are going to be here. So median is 19. That's easy. Mode is the one that occurs the most. So that's mode is 18 because there's 6 18s. And then the mean, that's the not fun part, right? So we go 6 times 18 plus 5 times 19. I'm going to do it mentally, I guess. 95. Don't do this if you're taking the test. It's going to be faster. 4 times 20 plus 2 times 21 is 42 plus 22 plus 23 plus 30. Okay. So we got 108, 95, 80, 42, 22, 23, and 30. And we divided by 20. Ooh, look at that. 400. Oh, I haven't hit clear. 400 divided by 20 is a mean of 20. Okay, it's a mean of 20. Boom. So now that we have that, we know the mean is bigger than the median. Sorry, mean, then median, then mode. Mean, median, mode. A. So mean is greater than median, then greater than the mode. Okay, number 18. The figure below shows the relationship between the percent of leaf litter mass remaining after decomposing for 3 years. It shows the, hold on one second. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Boom. Sorry, I had to send text. Okay. In the figure, the figure below shows the relationship between the percent of leaf litter mass remaining after decomposing for 3 years and the mean annual temperature in degrees in 18 forests in Canada. A line of best fit is also shown. A particular forest in Canada whose data is not included, sorry, a particular forest in Canada whose data is not included in the figure had a mean annual temperature of -2. Okay, so -2 is right here. Based on the line of best fit, which is following is the closer predicted percent of leaf litter mass remaining in this particular forest after decomposing for 3 years. So it would be like here, I think it'd be 70, right? It goes right on that line of 70. Yes. All right, perfect. So let me just make sure I read that right. -2, -2.5, -2, 70, boom, done. All right. What is 18, 19? The range of the polynomial function f is the set of real numbers less than or equal to 4. So range is less than or equal to 4. If the zeros are -3 and 1, I actually think it's A already. Which of the following could be the graph? Okay, so zeros at -3 and 1 like that, and then it's less than or equal to 4. There's 4, so A has got to be the winner. This is the wrong x-intercepts. This is it's going up and not down. It says below 4, and this is all over the place. So number 20, the average annual energy cost for a certain home is 4,334. The homeowner plans to spend $25,000 to install. The homeowner estimates that the average annual energy cost will then be this. Okay, hold on. 35,000. So then he's bringing it down by okay. Which of the following inequalities can be solved to find T, the number of years after installation? Got it. Okay. So the number of years after the installation, the total amount of energy cost savings will exceed. So the savings are this minus this, right? Because you're saving whatever that is, and we don't need to calculate it because they didn't calculate it. And then that's time T. And then we want to know, it's B. We want to know when this is going to be bigger than 25,000, after which the total amount of energy savings will exceed the cost. Let me just make sure that makes sense. This will exceed, so the savings will exceed. This doesn't make any sense. Why would you just subtract that once? Because that's annual, and that's that, and this doesn't. Okay, we're good. Number 21. Between 1985 and 2003, data were collected every 3 years, and the amount of plastic produced annually in the United States in billions of pounds. The graph below shows the data and line of best fit. The equation of the line of best fit is this, where X is the number of years since 1985, Y is the amount of plastic produced annually in billions of pounds. So, great. I'm going to rewrite that equation down here. Y equals 3.39. X plus 46.89. And I'm going to say 1985, so this is 1985 here, whatever. Okay, and then which of the following is the best interpretation? Okay, so this is an interpretation question. I just had a video talking about this. So we're going to look at the slope. I mean, we're going to make our interpretation, it's obviously of the slope first before looking at the answer choices. So 3.39, this is years since 1985. And this is obviously the rate of change, and it's going to be the rate of change per year. So that means every year after 1985, the pounds of garbage, right? Yeah, or plastic. The pounds of plastic is increasing by 3.39 billion pounds, okay? Plastic in the billions of pounds produced in the United States? No, not that. That's y-intercept. So it's rate of change, the number of years? No. The average annual plastic production? No. The average annual increase in billions of pounds of plastic? That's what we're looking for. Boom, done. Which of the following is closest to the percent increase in the billions of pounds of plastic produced in the United States from 2000 to 2003? Which of the following is close to the percent increase, 2000 to 2003? So 15 would be 2000 because that's 15 years after 1985, and then 2003 is 18. So it is at 100, and then it goes up to, it looks like 109 or 108. That's easy to calculate because our base is 100. So, and we're not using the line of best fit, right? They said the actual, I think they said the actual. Yeah. So it's 8%, or well, 10% is what they put. So, but that's obviously the only one that works. 23, the equation above models the number of members of a gym 2 years after the gym opens. Which of the following, which equation models the members of the gym Q quarters after the gym opens? Got it. Okay, let me think about this for a second. So in 4 quarters, that's like, we should come back to this original equation. I mean, sorry, what am I saying? In 4 quarters, it should be the same as if I plug 1 in for T, because this is in years. 8 quarters, if I plug it in, it should be the same as if I plug 2 in for T. It's got to be A, right? Because if I plug in, it's the same equation, and then if I plug in 4 here, I get 1. Plug in 8, I get 2. This would be not correct, because then 4 quarters is a year, but all of a sudden I'm taking it to the 16th power. This, let me just think about that one for a second. I know what they're doing. They did 4 times q, which doesn't make any sense, again. And then they divided the percent by 4, but that's not really correct, because now it's like you divided that by 4, but that you're changing exponent. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And again, if I plug in 4 for q, I might be kind of close, but it's just wrong. And then, yeah, A is the winner. Number 24. For the finale of a TV show, winners could either use social media or text message to vote. The contestant receiving more than 50% of the vote won. Estimated 10% of the viewers voted, and 30% of the votes were cast on social media. So social media is 30%. Contestant 2, so that means, what was the other one? Text. Text message is obviously 70%. Contestant 2 earned 70% of the votes of social media and 40% of text message. So that means contestant 1 received 30% of social media and 60% of text message. Based on this information, which finding is an accurate conclusion? Okay, let me think about this for a second. So we can just plug in numbers and estimate. Or wait a minute. If all viewers had voted, 2 would have won. We don't know that. Yeah, that's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. There's nothing to tell us about in this question that they're younger or older. What? Voted by social media instead of by text. If all viewers who voted had voted by social media instead of by text, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, we don't even have to do any calculations. All right, viewers voting by social media were more likely to vote prefer contestant 2 than contestant 1. I mean, that's really the only one that makes sense, because contestant 2 got 70% of social media, 30%. D is the winner. Done. 25. The table above shows the population of Greenleaf, Idaho for the years 2000 2010. Relationship between population years linear. Which following function P models population? Okay, it's linear. T years after 2000. So again, I'm just going to calculate the slope. So 862 minus 846 is 16 over negative 10, right? So that's negative 1.6 is my slope. So that's out and that's out. I think it's this one, because we shouldn't have 2000, because T is supposed to be years after 2000. So 0 should be 2000. And you plug in 0 here, you get 862. Plug in 0 here, you'll get something wild. So that's the winner. Let me just make sure I didn't read something wrong. So now we're in 25. We got to be careful. Above shows the population for 2000. The relationship between population years linear. What's the following functions? Greenleaf T years after 2000. So you plug in 0, you get that. You plug in 10, you get 860. Yeah, it's right. 26. To determine the mean number of children per household in a community, Tabitha surveyed 20 families at a playground. For the 20 families surveyed, the mean number of children per household was 2.4. Hold on. So the mean number, which of the following statements must be true? Okay, so obviously, like, this is a biased survey, because if you're taking the survey at a playground, obviously pretty much everybody there has kids, right? Because otherwise, why would they be at the playground? So this is a biased thing. The mean number of children per household in the community is 2.4. I mean, it definitely does not have to be true. Must be true, right? Sure, what the mean number should be not be made. Sample size is too small. It's not about the sample size. It's flawed and may produce a biased estimate. That's what we said. Sampling method is not flawed. Yeah, no, it's flawed. It's, again, because of where they took it. In the xy plane, the point PR lies on the line with equation y equals x plus b, where b is constant. The point with coordinates 2p 5r lies on the line with equation this. Okay. What's the value of r over p? So a lot of stuff going on here. So my first instinct, I do remember this question actually, because it's pretty weird, but the first instinct here is also like kind of going back to when I looked at it before. I remember you just plug and chug. And that's also honestly a great thing to do on these really tough questions. So I'm going to plug R in for Y, P in for X. So R equals P plus B. And then down here, 5R is in this one. So 5R equals 2 times 2P, 4P, plus B. So check it out. I got a system of equations, and I can combine them, which will allow me to get rid of the B. Boom. Cancel. 4R equals 4P minus P is 3P. Then I've got R over P is what I need to solve for. So I'm going to divide both sides by P. Divide both sides by 4. And I got it right there. R over P is 3/4. Boom, done. Is there another way to do it? This one I'm not really sure another way to do it. It's just pretty darn difficult. But you plug and chug, it's not that bad. I mean, you plug in, solve like that, right? Not too bad. The 22 students in a health class conducted an experiment in which they recorded their pulse rates in beats per minute before and after completing a light exercise routine. Dot plot shows the results. Okay, 56, 64. Okay, great. Let S1 and R1 be the standard deviation and range, blah, 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 which the following is true. Okay, so this the range, so the range of this is 32, least to greatest, and this range of this is also 32, so the ranges are equal. The standard deviations are obviously not equal, so it's obviously this one. The standard deviation is the spread of the data. So this actually is super spread out. So this has a much bigger standard deviation. This one's pretty tight around here. So it has a much smaller standard deviation. Doesn't even matter though. They're just not equal. And we're done. Okay. Got 2 more problems and then we're on to the free response, which will be nice because you'll see a drop in difficulty. 29. A photocopy machine is initially loaded with 5,000 sheets of paper. The machine starts a large job and copies at a constant rate. Constant rate. After 20 minutes, it has used 30% of the paper. Which of the following equations model the number of sheets P paper remaining in the machine? Okay, so if it's constant, it's not exponential. And I can already tell this doesn't make any sense because why would, it's saying after 20 minutes, it's used 30%. Why would you put the 20 in as your slope? That's just saying after 20 minutes, you've used 30%, which means that, but what you can do is 30% of the paper, multiply 0.3 times that. You can even do it mentally. It's 1,500, right? And that is after 20 minutes. So that means it's using, divided by 20, it's using 75 per minute. That's the slope. So it's negative because it's using it up. So B is definitely the winner. All right, 30. The complete graph of the function f and the table values g are shown above. What is the maximum value of f is k. The maximum value of f is k, and that is 3. What is g of k? Maximum value means the highest y value. It occurs at 4, but the actual max value is 3. Let me just make sure. The maximum value of f is k. Yes. What is g of k? So so here's g of x. So we want to know the value of g when x is 3. So g of 3, the answer is 6. Boom, done. Oh, hold on one second. I'm getting a message. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting something delivered today and they just texted me. Okay. 31. Free response. There are 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen in 1 molecule of water. 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. How many atoms of hydrogen are there in 51? How many atoms of hydrogen are there in 51? It's literally 51 times 2, which is 102. Let me just make sure I didn't make a silly mistake. How many atoms of hydrogen are there in 51? Yeah, it's 102. If x equals 1 in the equation above, what is the value of A? So plug and chug. 1 minus 1/2 A equals 0. It's obviously 2, because 2 times 1/2 is 1. But even if we want to solve it by this way, it's negative 1/2. A equals negative 1. Multiply both sides by negative 2, the reciprocal of negative 1/2, and we get A equals 2. Boom, done. Number 33. The xy plane, the equations x was represent the same line for some constant. Okay. What is the value of C? So check this out. To figure out C, I'm going to line these up like this. They represent the same line. And again, you can multiply both sides of the equation of any equation, line, whatever, and it doesn't change it. So I just need these both to match up, and then I can just match the constant with C. So guess what? I multiply the bottom by 3, and I get 3x plus 6y equals 30. This is 3x plus 6y equals c. Therefore, c must equal 30. Boom, done. 34. On April 8th, 1775, Paul Revere sent his midnight ride from... Okay, if he had ridden straight to Lexington without stopping, he would have traveled 11 miles in 26 minutes. Proportion. I'm feeling it. Miles, minutes. 11 miles in 26 minutes. In such a ride, what would the average speed of his horse been to the nearest 10th? Okay, wait. In miles per hour. Well, we can do this because now I'm like, maybe proportion wasn't the best, but I can do this. I can be like, how many miles in 1 hour? But it's in minutes, so I have to do 60 minutes. So this will give me that. So if we cross multiply, I get 26x equals 66 plus a 0, 660 divided by 26. What is it to the nearest 10th, right? Divided by 26. Oh, hold on. 660. 26 is 25 point, round the 3 up to a 4. Boom, done. 25.4. Let me just think if that makes sense. So that'd be about 22 miles in 50 minutes. Yeah, so 25 miles seems accurate. Just double check my number. 660, 26, right? Because these, if you make a little rounding error, you're host. There's no going back. The graph of the function f defined by this is here. The graph function g is defined by negative x plus 10. That would be negative x plus 10. So it's my y-intercept there, and it's negative x is a slope of negative, right? Negative x. It's a slope of negative 1. So whatever, just put in the graph just for fun. If the function not shown, what is one possible value of a such that f of a equals g of a? Well, it's actually right here. It's 1.5. We already got it. Did I graph that right? Negative x plus 10. Down. Yeah, it's 1.5. What is one value of a? And a is your x value. But I'm going to, of course, here, let me do this actually. Let me write it down here. Uh-oh. Okay, 1.5. So let's just double check. We'll plug in 1.5 here. Negative 1.5 plus 10 is 8.5. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh, why did I say negative 1.5? Oh, yeah, because you negate it. But that's not where it intersects. What? That's weird. Negative 1.5. Hold on. G of x. Whoa, that's crazy. Because that's 8, that's 9, that is 7. Oh, I did the slope wrong. Oh, my God. I just realized this is going up by 1, 1. This is going up by, each one of these is 1, each one of these is 2. Okay, phew, that makes more sense now. I don't know if people caught that. So the negative slope, it's going to go down like this. And that actually makes sense because, there we go. Because it should intersect at 10. I hope these are like helpful for you guys because in this case, so the answer would be 2. But in these are the checks. Like I'm not joking when I talk about these checks and these these ways to make sure you're doing everything correctly. Like even I can potentially make a mistake. Now it's kind of taking a little shortcut, right? The real way is to set these equal to each other. But anyways, this is a pretty legit strategy. So now negative 2 plus 10 is 8. Then you plug in 2. 2 minus 4 is negative 2 squared is 4. Negative 1/2 of 4 is negative 2 plus 10 is 8. So it gives you the same y value there. The other answer would be 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 squared is 16. Negative 1/2 of that is negative 8 plus 10 is 2. That's the right y value. And then here, if you plug in 8, negative 8 plus 10 is 2. So either way, but I'll roll with 2. 36. The triangle RST above, point W not shown lies on the line RT. So we'll just put it here. And we'll do this, and that's W. What is the value of cosine of RSW minus sine of WST? All right. So here's the deal. You might look at this problem and be like, this is crazy, because W said can be anywhere. But this is the rule that they're testing. And I remember the first time I saw this problem, I figured out a workaround on how to get there. But over the years, I've realized like they always test this rule, which is cosine of an angle equals sine of the complement of that angle. Well, guess what? RSW and WST here are formed from this 90-degree angle, aka they are complements, aka cosine of RSW, therefore, is equal to sine of WST, which means they're equal, the difference is 0. Done. I should circle that, but that looks funny. Okay, 37. When a patient receives penicillin injection, the kidneys begin removing penicillin from the body. The table and graph show concentration in patient's bloodstream at 5-minute intervals for the 20 minutes immediately following a one-time penicillin injection. So here it's at 200 when you first inject it. Then it goes there, there, there. Okay, and here's the graph, and it looks like it's sort of decreasing, like it's an exponential decay. Cool. Is that it here? Okay, 37. According to the table, so we got to look at the table, how many more micrograms of penicillin are present in 10 millimeters at 5 minutes than are present in 8 millimeters at 10 minutes? Okay. So 10 millimeters at 5 minutes. Let's see. So 5 minutes is 152. That's per 1 millimeter. Hold on. So 152 times 10. So because there's 10 millimeters. So 152 times 10 equals 1520. And then we got at 10 minutes, which is 118. So 118 is for 1. But then we've got 8 of them. And we multiply it out and we get, I'll just use a calculator. 8 is 944. So we want the difference. Is how much more? So 1520 minus 944 is 576. So that's the answer. I'm now going to double check mentally because I want to just be certain in case I type something in wrong. So 1520, obviously. 880 plus 64 is 944. Yes. Then I subtract and I get 110, 6. 11.7, 14.5, yeah, that's correct. All right, 38. The penicillin concentration we got 15 minutes left. Penicillin concentration in micrograms per millimeter. Patient's bloodstream is modeled by the function, blah, blah, blah. If P approximates the values in the table to within 10, what is the value of B, sorry. Rounded to the nearest tenth. Ooh, okay. Table. So we're using the table. Wait. Okay. So I guess we're just going to plug and chug a couple values. So 0 and 200, 5 and 152. 0 and 200. 5 and 152. Let me make sure I got those right. 5 and 152. Okay. So this is T and this is P. So if I plug 0 in, well, that doesn't help because obviously it gives us 200. If I plug 5 in, I get P of T at 5 would be 152. So I get 152 equals 200, and I get B to the first power because it's actually I'll write it out. It's 5. I'm plugging in 5, right? So it's 5 over 5, and that's just 1. So 152 equals 200B. To isolate B, I divide both sides by 200. Divide both sides by 200, right? Boom. And 152 divided by 200 is 0.76. So it would be 0.8 to the nearest tenth. And let's do another value. Hold on. Let's do 15 and 93. 15 and 93. All right, hold on one second. 15 and 93. So we say 93 is the p-value equals 200 times b to the 15. Why did I skip the other one? Okay, it doesn't matter. I skipped the 10. That's fine. Okay, so 15 over 5 is 3. So 93 equals 200 b to the third power divided by 200. Divide by 200. We get 93 over 200. And then I have to take 0.465. And I have to take the cube root of this. So cube root of both sides. Cube root. So again, I'm going to raise it to the 1/3 power instead of taking the cube root. And I get, again, 0.8. So now I'm pretty confident, very confident actually, that it's 0.8. So we're done. And we're going to stop the timer even though we got plenty of time left to check our work. And we're going to see what goes down on the answers. Here we go. Okay, numero 1 and 2 are A and C. Yes, awesome. Boom, boom. Now we're going to go down here to, whoops. Okay, so we're going to go A and C for 3 and 4. I like to go in 4s. And then we go B, 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 D, B. What did I do? Bench is, oh, 6 is D. Oh, I was looking at the wrong side. I was looking at the no calculator, B, B, D. I was like, how did I get this one wrong? Okay, sorry. B, D, C, B. B, D, C, B. I was like, I know I got that one right. I read it pretty carefully. Okay, 9 is D, C, B, C. D, C, B, C. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. What's the cell at least? Did I get 12 wrong? 12 is C. I must have gotten it wrong. Okay, hold on. Let me see what I did wrong. So he said, hold on. Oh, he didn't meet his goal. I've gotten this one. I feel like I've gotten this one wrong before. I missed it. I read it too fast. So check it out. I wonder if anybody caught this. So I totally glossed over this. His goal was to sell at least. That's so sneaky. Catches. I feel like it gets me every time. While he did not meet his goal. So C is actually the correct answer here. But that's a cool mistake to make. Just to remember not to gloss over. I mean, for you guys, for the purpose of you guys, not to gloss over this too quickly. Did not meet his goal. So that's why he got less than the 57 combined. All right. Sorry about that. 13 is C and D. C and D. Got it. And 15 through 18 is DBAC. DBA and C. 19 is AB. Wait, hold on. ABDA. ABDA. 23 is ADAC. ADAC. 27 and 28 are B and D. B and D. And 29 and 30 are B and B. Cool. Correct? B and B. Okay, next ones are 31. So we got 102, we got 2, we got 30, we got 25.4, or the fraction equivalent, 127 over 5. We got 2 or 8, but I put 2. We got 0. We got 570 I have, and 0.8. Boom, done. Okay. Let's see what we got. I want to see if anybody caught the mistake. Did anybody catch the mistake? Let's see. Typically missing 2 in math. It can. It really depends. Okay. Well, hey, look, that one was so weird, right? You just gloss over that little word, and then, it's just so tricky. Now, I really haven't seen anything like that anywhere else where it's just that little not word, right? So I wouldn't trip out about that too much. Okay. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to do another one tomorrow and Friday. And then on Friday, I'll be doing a Q&A as well and sharing some more tips. So definitely come to the Friday one if you can make it. One more time, I'm going to just show you, plug my Math Puzzles channel one more time, because I really do think this channel will be great for all you guys who are super motivated, really love math, and just want a fun way to kind of keep your mind functional and fluid and all that good stuff. Okay, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you like the video, make sure to click that like button. And if you want to see more from the Scalar Learning channel, make sure to click subscribe. And last but not least, check out our video course in the description link below if you want to buy it. It's only $15 a month. You can cancel it anytime. So buy for 1 month, buy for a few days, practice. On those 4 practice tests, get the video explanations, and then you can peace out. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video.